Sounds like an amazing place. Why did you ever leave? So plants and trees speak to you, like your hamster. Why do you call this the sleeping lands? Let's talk about something else. Naka dude, thank you for the 41. Says almost as long as BG3 campaign. Not even close. Welcome back, dude. You just logged in. You're gonna do some hardcore classic. I was thinking about it, but I decided to play like an actually good RPG instead.
Such a skeptic, my friend.
Just kidding.
Minsk cannot
Enjoy it.
prove the
Have fun.
point to you, for the Telthors of this land lie sleeping. And for this, we had best be glad. In Rasheman, a Telthor is wind and snow and soil. In Baldur's Gate, it would be stink and stain and a far less pleasant type of soil. If my meaning is not clear, just check under your boot.
Rashomon sounds like an interesting place. Why'd you leave?
The first time, my Dajema, a
was wearing
warrior's
pajamas?
quest of proving. Minsk quickly proved that quests do not always go as the stories say. After wandering a ways and some savings of the Sword Coast, Minsk returned to Rasheman to find a welcome fit for hamsters and heroes. The Iron Lord himself came to bear witness to Boo. Minsk politely disagreed.
Okay.
Dynaheir
The rest of
was
his
dead,
dialogue just
and
bugged out,
so
but he still kept
his
making me
Dajema
arm
could
gestures.
never be done. Then swear your service to me, Minsk of Rasheman, said he. Serve your land as your lord's chosen champion. Minsk politely disagreed. It was a little awkward, but he had already sworn his service to Boo. Minsk of Rasheman, said he. You insult your Iron Lord. We will settle this matter in the circle of combat. It was only polite for Minsk to agree. After they carried the Iron Lord away, the Council of Witches gave Minsk a pack of provisions and said it would be best if he continued his adventures for a time. Yes, Boo, that was before we were stone. Perhaps we are due a little homecoming when all of this is done, no?
Oh boy. Let's talk about something else.
As you wish. Boo, do you have much to say on the matter of something else?
Damn it, dude, he's so dumb. We're gonna discuss the tadpole.
As you wish, but quietly. It is listening.
Do you know if a cure?
On this matter, I have held small council with Boo.
My fucking
If the
Minsk?
worm
Not
is
yet.
lodged within our skulls, should it not be
Working on
possible to simply squeeze like so until something pops out?
Didn't he shit himself?
Pay that noise
Oh, he
no
did. He
mind.
just farted.
Boo has not feasted on evil's flesh in some time, and it has set his gut to bubbling.
You have no idea for a cure.
None at all. Though Boo
What's
is
happened?
tiny,
How are the ribs?
perhaps he could just crawl into our ears and... Ah, you are right, Boo. A ridiculous notion. It would be far too dark to see.
Ribs alright. Hurts to laugh. Don't laugh.
Fine lodgings you have found, my friend. Boo is already in negotiations with the guardian spirits of this place. In Baldur's Gate, they are likely to be rat-formed and eager to charge rent. But Boo shall secure safe
Sounds
slumber
like
for
American
all.
property owners.
Now, what do you need of Minsk?
I'd like to know a little
Minsk
more
is
about
an
you.
open book with many pretty pictures.
Have you and Jaheira always had such a quarrelsome relationship?
We have. Is it not wonderful?
Do you even know what quarrelsome means? She risked a lot to save you. She cares. And you tell me you're gonna listen to it. Okay.
To irk your friend so that she wishes to fill you with some crossbow quarrels, but knowing she never will for fear of hitting your hamster. There is no need for sweet words between companions.
hell did I just
such as
listen to?
we. Too often those are the weapons of flatterers and frauds. But she who will beat you about the head with the cold and pointy truth, that is a true Wicklaren.
For such a sacred title, you handed out pretty freely. First Dynaheir, now Jaheira. I think you're just describing a friend. It's good that you and Jaheira still have one another after all this time. You clearly care for one another, so enough with the arguing.
A hero is only as good as the friends they have at their back. This is why Boo favors this spot just above my buttocks.
Why does it, that's annoying.
You come to speak of the last time Minsk stood watch? The snoring, it was Boo.
We keep having to re-talk to him to get to the little more
Minsk
about
is an open book, with many pretty pictures.
Answer honestly, what's with the hamster?
Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough?
Perfectly. Enough joking. Does the hamster actually speak to you? There's something very wrong with you.
There is nothing jestful in the bond between a ranger and his companion. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rashomon. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsk as its champion and Boo as my guide.
Where's the hamster?
As
You know
for
exactly
the
where it is.
headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle.
So you're a paladin of justice. You lost your mind and gained a rat. Understood. Maybe someday you'll trust me enough to tell the real tale.
Real? Boo, I think our friend has suffered a head wound of his own. Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nethers.
Okay, I gotta leave again.
You come to speak of the last time Minsk stood watch? Minsk is an open book. with
Jaheira
many
said you
pretty
spent a century
pictures.
as a statue in the wide. On the wide. I'd like to hear about it.
Ah, you come in search of stories. It is not yet time to tuck Boo in for the night.
no.
but very well.
Don't you remember Lemmy Winks and
After
South Park
our
Insomnia?
adventurings with the Ballspawn, Boo had had his fill of godly flesh. So, we returned to Baldur's Gate for a time. After all, in every city there is a sweaty underbelly, crying out for a virtuous scrubbing. None better to wield a brush than Minsk and Boo. Perhaps we rubbed some villain's rump a little too raw. This Minsk does not know. One moment we stood in the city slums. The next, ambush! Then Minsk and Boo woke on the wide, with stone dust in sensitive places.
So that's how he became known as the Stone Lord. You never saw who did it? What was it like being a statue?
Haha! Perhaps this is the reason, Boo. It is not because of the legendary thickness of my skull.
And you never saw who did it.
The mind of Minsk was occupied with important matters. I was browsing a slum vendor's stall, looking for Boo's favorite nuts. And then, I was stoned. For Minsk, those years passed as quick as a hiccup. It was long ago, then, it is now.
You traveled 100 years in a moment. What did you make of this new world? You inspired people even as a statue. So much that you cared for must have been lost while you were petrified.
I do not like these metal men on the streets, or the villains who hide behind them. But the new world is not so different to the old one. The city still clings to the hill. The sea still stretches on forever. And the stench of evil still makes Boo wish for a tiny peg on his nose. As long as that stench remains, no matter how old or young
You
the
never
world
met
is,
Minsk on your playthrough?
Minsk and Boo
At all?
will not rest.
Do you not deal with Jaheira stuff? Oh, did Jaheira die in your playthrough? Well, I think you can still probably meet him, right? Is it true you traveled with Ballspawn who saved Baldur's Gate?
Countless tales are told of Boo and Minsk. Many of them are so outlandish that even I do not know if they are true. Did Minsk bravely fend off the seductive vials of a succubus in the cloisters of Candlekeep? Maybe. Did he take a bath in the river Styx and temporarily forget himself? I do not remember. Did he travel with a spawn of the god of murder, who warred against his evil brethren and battled triumphantly at the throne of Baal itself? Of course! It was a splendid adventure.
How'd you come to trust a spawn of such an evil god? What is your fondest memory of adventuring with Baalspawn?
The bards sing of fallen gods and mighty battles, but that is a small part of any saga. They do not sing of the times in between, when Saravak's butt had been kicked so hard that we thought he would never return. We settled in Baldur's Gate for a while. Gorian's Ward, Imoen, Jaheira, Minsk, Boo, and Dynaheir, my witch. She hated the city at first. Too busy, she said. Too noisy. Too many people. She complained of the smell. Although she complained of Boo's smell too, and he smells of fresh honey cakes, so Minsk believes her nose was confused. Then, one day, we walked past a shop full of wonders. Tiny magics fizzed in the air, and wizards from every corner of the world bickered and bartered.
Harry Potter?
Sorcery sundries. Dynaheir fell in love. Dragged poor Minsk there every day, and made them stand watch while she browsed the shelves. Minsk frowned and complained. He felt more like a babysitter than a berserker. But how Dynaheir smiled. Not long after, Minsk and Boo were captured, and Dynaheir was dead. Oh, I would gladly be a babysitter again to see her smile.
Aw.
That is what I remember. More than any battles against Baal and his spawn.
Oh, it's a big softy, chat.
Yes, Boo. I know you miss her too.
Okay. You seem so positive for someone who's lost so much.
Boo says the tadpole thrives on our misery. To think dark thoughts is only to feed the darkness. It pleases Minsk more to sour its stomach with good thoughts. Or better yet, not to think at all. With this in mind, Minsk thinks he's got enough fluff from gazing at his navel for the moment, no?
Ready for some last epoch, Atlantia? Okay. I go again.
You come to speak of the last time. Minsk is an open book, with many pretty pictures.
You travel with the ball spawn. How did you come to trust the child of an evil god?
A curious question. Are a child and his father always alike? Take Minsk. He does not have a clear memory of the face of his father, but he does remember tugging on the thick, red whiskers that sprang from his chin. A beard for the ages. Boo could have nested there happily through even the harshest of Rashomon winters. Now, look closely at Minsk, and what do you see?
You don't have a beard, a whole lot of muscle, a fabulous tattoo, an idiot.
Correct! There are more whiskers on Boo's tiny face than on the mighty chin of Minsk. If Minsk did not inherit the flaming red hair of his mother, or the bushy red beard of his father, why would the spawn of Baal inherit his wickedness?
That's surprisingly insightful. We should talk about nature versus nurture someday. This is nonsense, Minsk. Evil isn't like a beard.
It is simple. As with all battles, the winner will be the one that carries the bigger sword.
Quite quick to call me friend.
Of course, my friend. Or are we not friends?
There hasn't been much time to look for friendship in all of this. That remains to be seen. Of course we're friends, friend. The only thing we have in common is the worm.
Then you have a sword at your side and a hamster at hand, whenever you need them. Unless I die, or you die, or you do anything at all to upset Boo. Now, does Boo see a question in your eye, or just a parasite poking through?
No question, just a warning. Turn me out again. Just the parasite.
Ah, distressing.
Is that all of them?
A little rest to brush the road from
Like to know
Minsk
more
is an
about-
open
yeah.
book.
I'd
With
like to
many
know
pretty
your thoughts on our
pictures.
companions.
You hear that, Boo? Your keen skills of observation have not gone unnoticed.
So if you put him in your party
friend
as a
wishes
ranger,
to
does he
consult
actually,
your
like,
wisdom.
does Boo become a controllable minion? Actually, it was your opinions I wanted, not the hamster. Yes, but I'd love to hear your opinions.
So small is Boo that he is often mistaken for a pine cone, and many secrets are spoken in his hearing.
It does?
He will tell what he
You can
knows.
summon him?
But Minsk, of course, will translate.
Let's hear your thoughts on Asterion.
Oh, the pale scoundrel has his charms, it cannot be denied. But, my friend, it gives me no pleasure to tell you, Asterion is not what he claims to be. Just last night, Minsk was dressing one of his many heroic wounds in camp, when Asterion stumbled upon the scene. I tell you, he grew pale as death itself. He licked his lips and trembled so violently that Minsk thought he might faint on the spot. The truth is painful, but undeniable. Asterion is a coward. How can he fight the battles to come when he grows soft at the first sight of blood? Just one moment. You are sure? And you could not have told me this before? Minsk may have been mistaken. Boo presents compelling evidence that Asterion may in fact be a vampire.
That he is, but one of the good ones. What? No. I know, but don't worry. He largely gets on by rats.
I fear my hamster has the right of it, as always. But fear not. This world is a strange and wondrous place. Minsk has seen the soul of an angel in a child of Baal. Once, even a kind banker. If the sun can bear to look upon Astarion's monstrous face, then so can Minsk and Boo. For now, at least.
Your take on someone else. Will. Wait, what? Just ended.
You come to speak of the Minsk is an open book. Boo is ready with the musings.
She didn't have anything to say about Will?
I do not wish to speak of the wizard. I could not have said it better myself.
What? What did he do to upset you?
He came to me one night with a little book of mischief, full of words and their meanings. Posterior, he says. Can you say posterior? Pwah, I refused. Minsk does not need to know the language of wizards.
Posterior is a wizard talks. Did that a word for butt?
It is an inferior word, far too long to use in a battle cry, which is where a butt belongs. Gale would do better to educate himself in the ways of sword and steel than to throw these pointy words at Minsk. Ah, yes. Gale also owns a cat. A cat with wings. That is most unnerving for poor Boo.
Just give him a break. He's only trying to help. Did you know that he has an explosive magical orb in his chest that could destroy a city? You're right, he is very annoying.
What? That is 1,000 times more interesting than anything that has ever been written in a book. Gale! My good friend! Where are you? Minsk and Boo would like to hear about the exploding! You come to speak of the last time. Minsk is an open book. Boo is ready with the...
No, he doesn't have stuff for anyone else, okay.
A little
character,
rest
man,
to
good
brush
character.
the road from Boo's fur.
Alright.
All's well, I hope. Aside from the obvious.
Dealt with her. She should have something.
I think you might have made a terrible, terrible mistake. Huh? Chasing rumor halfway around the city and back. Crossing the guild. Wading through filth. Defying the one creature upon whom your very life depends. All for a madman and his rodent. It was no mean feat to make nice with the sourest puss in the city, by the way.
Sarah's
It took
pussy.
years for Estelle and I to trust one another. The Absolute threatens thousands, the entire coast. And still you risked much to help one man. I should berate you, but I can only say thank you. Your reasons were your own. But whether you meant for it or not...
Yeah, I'm horny.
Your fight is our fight, huh? Both of us. To the very end.
Don't go getting sentimental on me now, Harper. Minsk will be an asset, I'm sure. Don't thank me. It's the cult I'm focused on. Anything else is an added bonus. None of that was the thank you. How can we focus our efforts on the remaining chosen?
Ah, those misty eyes are just age. Yes, I feel myself growing older as we stand here. So, lead the way. We're yours to command.
I'm going to ask you
Ask
something.
it.
She doesn't have anything new, okay. Alright, and finally we'll.
Let's talk.
Okay, that's that. Don't need to hear what Will has to say.
Let's see.
Ever we broke up with him, Chad. Chad, I must say, Chad. Banged so many people. Broken up with 2 people. They're hot shit, dude. And all the best people too, might I add. Shout out Heartless, car like that. Nah. It's all about the Emperor and Mizora. Why am I cucumbered? Because my potion ran out. Okay. Giga cucumber to the hell. Wait, didn't we give his gold back? Why do we still have it? Can't use this right now. Okay. Oh no, she's cucumbered, dude. Let's go to camp. Need to go to camp. So I'll go to camp. How do we have that so heavy? I think that bag is bug chat. We finished that quest yesterday. Told them we'd know all these. Told them we'd give them all his shit back. Which we did. Send to Karlak. I may send these to camp as well. Boom, 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 boom. Armadillo. Send to camp. Shapering marred by rust and a thin patina of neglect. Patina. I think that's the one we got from the harbor place. Or the guild place. Right after the fight ended. Alrighty. Lettuce, tomatoes. Hello, rice string. But not garlic or Shadowheart. Yeah. That's low-hanging fruit, Shadow. I don't deal with that shit. I only go for the best butt in town. Which recently was my own. Okay. Let's get the buffs. It was bug for you too, Devarian. Free 10k gold for me. Fuck it, dude. 63k now.
What's next?
Boom, boom, boom. Wording bomb. Boom.
Wherever we go,
Forward
ye
bomb.
gods,
Boom.
let there be something green.
Can't give up now.
Probably gotta fix this up a bit. This here, this goes here. Okay.
I wonder what
She needs this. And then this, and this. And then this, and this. And then this, and this, and this. Oh, I did some triggers
Always nice
elemental
to be
first.
wanted.
Oh, fuck. Fucked up a bit. Now he's missing some health and shit.
I wish to live in more interesting times.
Oh well, I'm not gonna go long rest again just for that. Although, is this post rest or pre rest? I think that's post rest. Nah, that's fine. We'll be fine. Okay. And
Watch your elders and learn.
I'm ready.
No time to
Not
rest.
saving. And we go. Sing for me through the years. Do you want me to sing through the laughter and through the tears? I'll let you.
I have to keep going.
The Murder Tribunal. Parchment.
Flaming fists this way.
Okay, I'm taking the shield then. Bitch, for gold.
Let's have a look.
Ah, yes, typical things to keep in your barrels. Skulls and bones. Speaking of skulls and bones, is it Skull and Bones or whatever coming out soon? That like pirate water game that's been delayed a trillion fucking times. Weird looking urns. Made of skulls and bones.
Present me well from gifts thine own.
That which
Or
guards?
I shall rend thy flesh from bone.
Huh? I killed to be here. I took the victim's hand as proof. I offered myself. I got several powerful magic artifacts you can take. How about some gold? I got plenty. Care not what you seek, stand aside.
A grasping hand, an offering vile. Enter now the Dreadlord's trial.
Oh, shit, dude. Damn, these guys are pretty giga. 210, 309. Martial Undead. Undying Magazine grants a Death Knight a nearby advantage against being turned. What was the name of that guy in Act 2? With the White Raven? He had a name like these guys. He who was. Yeah. You'll see him here. What the fuck is going on there? Echo of Amelison, Echo of Sendai, Echo of Ilisera. You lost your shit in this quest line? Gross. It's probably fertilizer by now, so you're okay. Armadillo. Ignored? Actually, look forward to your little birthday song every year. But it's not your birthday today, is it?